Good afternoon, Groveland and Buckingham. My name is Mr. Berger. I'm the Social Studies Supervisor for Central Bucks School District. And it is a special day because we're doing a video conference with you. And we are located in the middle of Doylestown right now. So you guys and girls are learning about your community. And Doylestown is sort of the heart of the community. And we're all very lucky to be living in such a great area. And today I'm standing in a building called the Doylestown Historical Society. I'm in a building that is talking about the history of Doylestown, and there are these great guys that are working here that organize it all. They take pictures, they get old items, they've got special things that people donate to them, and they keep it here, and so that people, 50, 100, 1,000 years from now can learn about Doylestown. And so they are a part of the place called the Doylestown Historical Society. And they're going to help us learn a couple things today. And I'm going to introduce some of the guys that work here. Well, they donate their time, they volunteer here. But before I do that, I just want you to know that we have a staff developer here, Mr. Jaffe. And we have a principal from Buckingham, Mr. Funseth.
Hi, guys. And also Cece. Hi, Cece.
I'm going to introduce the president of this society, Mr. Abramson. He's going to tell you guys a little bit about the society here. So I'm going to move out of the way of the camera, and he's going to tell you a little bit about the society.
Good afternoon, boys and girls of Groveland and Buckingham. Well, first off, I wanted to thank everyone for participating in a very historical event in Doylestown, and you will be part of the history of Doylestown when we get finished with this event. You may be aware that Doylestown is building a new courthouse, which will be in town somewhere, and it will be opening. There'll be a grand opening in about 3 months in January, and there will be official, I should say, grand opening with speeches and politicians and newsreels. It will be on Twitter and Facebook, I am sure, and so you'll be able to see this event yourselves on your computers. Part of that ceremony will be us burying in the ground what we call a time capsule. A time capsule is a box, and we're going to show you a picture of that box shortly. In fact, maybe we can do that now, Jason? Oh, okay. Well, first,
the box.
The box. It's got a lot of things in it. We're going to show you some of those things shortly. But this is the way that we are going to communicate to people 100 years in the future. That's a long time from now. 100 years in the future, people are going to open this box, and they're going to see who we are, what we look like, including you out there, and how we lived in the year 2014. So it's a exciting moment for us, and it certainly will be exciting for the people in 100 years when they open this box. This box contains about 600 items that were donated to us by over 50 organizations. And so, and some of those things are going to be the things that you put in this box as well. We're going to get to that. But I wanted to show you a picture of the courthouse as it appears now. It's not exactly finished, but it's almost finished. Can you see that? Okay. Very good. So somewhere on the grounds of that new courthouse, when it's finished, we're going to put this time capsule box. Okay. So now what I'd like to do is introduce to you the chairman of the committee that collected these 600 items and organized them and put them in order into this box. And he's going to show you some of the things in the box so that you'll see what people 100 years from now will see when they open the box.
Hi, Groveland and Buckingham. How you doing? As Stu said, I'm going to spend a few minutes just showing you some of the items that we put into the box. And if you have any questions, we're going to take the top off first. first thing I have here is from the Doylestown Police Department. And they gave us badges. So, can you see the badges? There's a sergeant's badge, and there's a police officer's badge. So they're going to go in the box along with emblems from the Doylestown Police Department, like these. So this is what the policemen put on their sides of their uniforms. Does anybody have any questions?
We'll let the teachers in the Groveland room decide who wants to go.
Okay, now go up to the camera. Come up. Do you have a question? No? Ava, do you have a question about the badge?
Carl, it's Mrs. Schaub.
Okay, so come here. You're going to look right at this, and you're going to talk to them. Okay, so sit down. There you go. Here's Ava. Go ahead, Ava.
Hey, Ava.
Do you know how old they are? How old the badges are?
I think they're all fairly recent, so these would have been in the past 10 years or so. What officers wore in the past 10 years. And they have numbers on them. Like you see number 70, so that identifies the patrolman that wore that. So he had a number. Another patrolman had a number 77, and the sergeant had a number 309. So the sergeant's badge is 2005. So they're fairly recent, within the past 10 years.
How about Buckingham? Anyone at Buckingham have a question?
Hey, come on up. All right, come on up.
That's good.
Introduce yourself. Look at the camera. Say your name.
Hi, my name is Drew.
And what's your question, Drew?
Why are you putting in badges?
What they picked out that they felt was representative, or what they wanted to show to people in 100 years. So they also put in some pictures, the emblems, and so that's what they wanted to put in. So we're putting that in the capsule. So that's what they want. So as you put your stuff together and we put it in the time capsule, it's what you want. Go through and show you another organization, or this is from the Girl Scouts of the United States, Troop 287. And these Girl Scouts gave some pictures. And they also gave some badges. They made badges for future Scouts. And they also gave letters, like similar to the letters that you gave. And this one is, Dear Future Girl Scout. My name is Katie. I am a Girl Scout of 2012. There are fun Girl Scout activities, like the Girl Scout dance, also the Girl Scout Capone. We go to school at Groveland, so Kate Elementary. So Katie, maybe a 6th grader there now. My birthday is May 29th. We also like to sing Girl Scout songs. So that's the letter from Katie. That's going to go in a time capsule. So that's the Girl Scouts of Troop 287.
Okay, moving on to.
This is modern technology. Does anybody know what technology is?
This is something else he's handing in. Raise your hand if you know what this is.
What is that, friends?
It's a BlackBerry, yes. So that BlackBerry is going to go into the box.
Hello, my name is Alexandra, I want to know why they gave in the BlackBerry.
Why are you putting the BlackBerry in there?
To show what we used today. So in 100 years, they may have a little small BlackBerry or iPhone or smartphone. So in 100 years, it shows how things have advanced, how things have gotten better. So this will be the old style in 100 years, so they can compare what they have then.
Who gave you the phone?
Stu gave me the film. I think it was his contribution. He was the president of the Historical Society.
Yes, it was our contribution, as Bob said, so that the people 100 years from now will see how we communicated with each other. And at that time, they'll be doing it a lot differently than we do now, I'm sure.
This is from the County Movie Theater. Has anybody ever been to the County Movie Theater?
Yes, lots of hands.
Okay.
That's cool.
This is one, I'll just read this. This is one of the last 35 millimeter films used at the Doylestown Cinema. And recently all theaters, if you know that, went to what they call a new modern technology, which is called digital. So this is the old way of doing it, the old film. They would just put it on a reel, and what you see on the screen is on here. It's blown up. So this is the last one. They stopped doing this 2 years ago at the Doylestown Theater. So we asked the county theater to give us a representative of what they felt, and they gave us this film.
All right, we have time for one more, maybe.
Yeah, one more.
We're gonna show one more, and then we're gonna have Mr. Funseth show all the things that we're gonna put in the boxes from your school. So one more, and then we're gonna focus on your schools.
Okay. And we're going to show what one of the other schools, the Lenape, right, is the one.
The middle school.
That's the middle school. You can show
Yeah,
that.
the Lenape Middle School. They gave things like the Lenape Middle School 50th Anniversary DVD. Their emblem. Their school emblem. A photo of the class.
Those are actually all the teachers that
Other
work there.
two class teachers, yes. And their 50th anniversary yearbook. So I guess this is. So that's what Lenape gave. Just a few minutes. Yeah. Any questions?
Hi, my name is Kiki, and I was just wondering what year did Lenape Valley open?
50th anniversary in
Yeah.
2008.
Lenape Middle School started on, here it says established 1957. So when you guys go back to work on your math, you can figure out how many years ago that was from today. Did you guys learn subtraction yet? Oh no.
Yeah, they're getting there.
Get into subtraction.
Hi, my name is Reagan, and I was just wondering what is your favorite thing that you're putting in Time Capsule?
The things from Buckingham
Yeah, the things from Buckingham and Groveland.
and Groveland.
Yes. That's the smart answer. Thank you.
What we're going to do now is we're going to get Mr. Funseth to show all the things from Groveland and Buckingham that he's going to show you everything that you guys sent and talk about them, and then he's going to put them in the box, and they're going to be there for the next 100 years.
Alright, hi guys, how are you? So I currently am the principal at Buckingham Elementary, but I also was the assistant principal at Groveland, so I'm here to represent both schools. Mrs. Schaub's class at Groveland, they created writing, right there. So each of you wrote a letter to whoever's going to be opening this in 100 years, talking about the different things that you like and you enjoy doing, perhaps what you like to eat and things like that. So in 100 years, all these individuals from the Historical Society will read your awesome letters and really see what life was like in 2014. So those things are from Mrs. Schaub's class.
All right, he's putting it in.
All right, Groveland's in. All right, so the next items are from Buckingham. The first thing we're going to show, last year we had a pretty interesting theme. We were telling everyone to make their mark. So what we're doing is we're putting our t-shirt that we made for it into the time capsule in case they want to wear a shirt in 100 years. Buckingham also is placing a yearbook from last year. And all of the second grade also wrote some really great letters and notes. They drew pictures, and they talked all about what Buckingham is like in 2014. So this also will be going in. And the last item, you don't have to raise your hand, or you don't have to shout out, but if you would, raise your hand. Does everyone know what this item is right here? You get a better view of it. So everyone knows what this is? So this is kind of like, it's called a flash drive, and we can put a bunch of different files on it, pictures, letters, and different things like that. So we've included a Buckingham lanyard. That's upside down, sorry. And we put this flash drive on the bottom of it, and on this is a slideshow of, we do an end of the year slideshow. So last year's slideshow we placed on this. So in 100 years, if they still have the technology to open the program, we don't know, but hopefully they do, they'll be able to see what life was like at Buckingham in 2014. All right, you ready, Buckingham? Here we go.
All right, so we are kind of getting towards the end of our little video conference session here now. So you also feel pretty special that you've got stuff in the box for the next 100 years. And I'm thinking some of you might be around then to hear about it when they dig it up, hopefully. So does anybody have any general questions for anybody that helped present today that we can help you learn more about what we're doing and why we think this is important? If there's any questions, we can have a brief question and answer session. Or if the teachers want us to focus on anything we might not have talked about, let us know.
Look at the camera. Introduce yourself. My name is Matthew, and how many papers did you put in total?
Well, we put over 600 items in the box, and they were donated to us by over 50 different organizations, schools and businesses and individuals and societies like us, all contributed. So it's impossible to tell how many individual people were involved, but the quick answer is hundreds of them.
And just to add on to that, I know some other organizations that have things in here are like Thompson Toyota, other churches, other companies around Doylestown, restaurants, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, so all those different organizations have something in the box.
My question is, was there a time capsule at the old courthouse?
That is a good question, and the answer is no, there was not. The old courthouse was built, the most recent courthouse was built in 1960, and to our knowledge, they did not have a time capsule at that time. So the new courthouse being built now will actually be the 4th courthouse that Doylestown has built. But as far as we know, this is the only time capsule that will be there for any of the courthouses.
Boys and girls, Buckingham Elementary also has a time capsule. It's actually built inside of the school where the new addition was put on back in 2006. For those of you that are, for you guys, it's really not a new addition, but in 2006 the gymnasium was built. And on the side of the building where it says 2006 in the corner, that space has a time capsule from the 50th anniversary of Buckingham, which was about 9 years ago. So Buckingham also has a time capsule on site. Just wanted to remind everyone of that.
Opening in 100 years.
Oh, we got some more.
Look at the camera, Sean. At the camera and ask a question. Wouldn't the time capsule lost with mud and water and wait over 100 years?
Well, fill with mud and stuff.
That is another very good question, and Mr. Sheeprick here is going to explain that to you.
They have bolts here, and they're going to be sealed, and there's a seal that goes in here, and it'll be bolted shut. And there's a hole over here which will be closed, but before they seal it, they take out all the air and put in a special gas that will make all the papers, your pictures, your t-shirt last for 100 years. So it's going to be locked tight.
Great question.
How will they know the time capsule was there in 100 years?
Oh, another very good question. We're going to bury the time capsule underneath the ground, but on top of where the time capsule is buried, we're going to put a marker. In fact, I'll show you a picture of what the marker will look like. If you can see this. You see that what I'm holding up? I know you can't read that, but it's going to explain about the time capsule, and it's also going to tell the people that we expect the time capsule to be opened in 100 years. So we're giving everybody instructions on what to do and when to open the time capsule. Very good question. When everything is in place, which we think will be in January of this year, you will be able to visit this plaque, this marker, and you will see exactly where the time capsule is. Good question. Anybody else?
Hi, my name is Tyler, and my question is, how heavy is the time capsule?
Boy, I'll tell you what, I am very impressed with the questions that you are asking. The weight of the time capsule is approximately 150 pounds. And so, as a matter of fact, we were just discussing that the other day, because we have to ship this time capsule back to the people who will actually seal it up. We can't do that here. We have to send it away to be done. And we were concerned about the weight of the time capsule, but it is about 150 pounds. I can tell you this, that the cost of the time capsule is approximately $3,000. Anticipating that somebody was going to ask me that question next, I'll bet.
That's a lot of money for a
That's
box.
a lot of money for a box.
So, I know some people might have some more questions, and you can ask your teachers, and we can always email some other answers. But we really wanted to thank your teachers. Can you all clap for your teachers for helping set this up? This took a lot of time to plan it. And we wanted to just say that you guys were a great audience, great questions. We love your letters, your shirts, your yearbooks. They'll be in here for 100 years. It's a very special occasion for all of us being a part of this, and it helps us realize how important our community is, how special a place Doylestown is, and thank you very much for being a part of this.
So the gentlemen here all have a question for you. Two questions. First, who wants to be there when they open this up in 100 years? Raise your hand tall. And the second question is, boys and girls, the second question is, how many of you are interested in history that maybe someday one of you will be helping run this organization? So we have a lot of people here that are ready to go through some apprenticeships.
Well, that's very good. I'm certainly glad to hear that. And I'd just like to say thank you again for your help. We've certainly enjoyed this this communication, and we hope to see you again. Bye.
Thank you.